Forgiveness will show us, by its existence or its absence, the true state of our hearts. You've probably already noticed this theme in the parable that we read. But if you haven't, I want you to see now that the Father's forgiveness of us, of his people, and our forgiveness of other people are absolutely linked to each other. We know what the point of this parable is, right? Here's the immediate, the surface level point of the story that Jesus has told. The king in the story represents who? God. And who are we in the story? The first servant. We're that first servant who was forgiven of hundreds of millions or $1 billion worth of debt. We're the people who can't seem to find it in our own hearts to forgive other people, though we've been forgiven of so much. But even recognizing that, perhaps we haven't gotten to the real, deep truth and point of the parable quite yet. You see, the question I think we should be asking is, why? Why couldn't that servant have forgiven the other guy? Why didn't he? This would have been absurd to the hearers of Jesus' story. When he told the story, people would have been guffawing in the streets. What? What do you mean he couldn't forgive him of $100 when he'd been forgiven of $1 billion? That's absurd, Jesus. This is a crazy story. You're a crazy person for telling this story. But really, it's a good question. Why? Why couldn't he forgive? And the only conclusion here seems to be that if he could not forgive the other man, the forgiveness that he had just received did not feel real to him. The problem, as we then apply this to our own lives, is this. If you think that God has forgiven you today, and yet find it impossible to forgive other people in your life, I'm not sure you have actually accepted God's forgiveness.